So this is a phone. We have a smartphone and a TV screen. It's not actually, we can connect the smartphone to any TV screen or any computer screen using the WebSockets or WebRTC, as even Byron used it for his communication video presentation. So we are actually using here two browsers that communicate using the device orientation. So the way you use your, just give me a minute. So, okay. So the way you turn your device, the picture would be displayed onto the screen. So actually here we are using three things: Node.js, Socket.io, and also P5.js for the painting. So it's not just a remote for the TV, but also here you can connect your smartphone without any wire to any of your computer screen if it has a browser. All you have to do is, all you need is your smartphone should be having one browser. Your screen, whatever screen you are trying to connect, should have a browser, and they must be connected to the same local network. That's it. So when you start clicking on your thing, smartphone, it starts drawing onto any screen. So and let me answer these three questions. I do not have any cool presentation, but this is what I could come up. Very raw format of presentation. Why, what, how. Why only these three questions? Because these are the main fundamental questions while you start any project. So why did I start this project? This was a very experimental project for me. While I was learning Socket.io and WebRTC, I started thinking, why not we connect our smartphone and use it as a remote for any screen. We start interacting with that screen. We start drawing onto that painting and everything. So so I started out with this project and started with Socket.io learning, and then came up with this thing. And what exactly is this project, and where actually we are heading to this project? So this is a very simplified fundamental browser project where you would be only having two browsers interacting with each other. You need not have any IR blaster or Bluetooth connections or anything. All you need to do is just connect to your local network and start drawing onto your screen. And how did I do it? As I continuously repeated, right? I have used Socket.io, WebRTC, and Node.js for drawing this thing. So I will just once again I will show my demo link video. Just a minute. So here, when you start clicking onto the smartphone and start rotating or orienting your device, it is in 3D space, but you convert it into the 2D space of your computer screen and start drawing with the your smartphone. And when it comes to the colors, the way you rotate, the speed with which you rotate it, or you start orienting it, it would be changing the colors. So this is a different math what we have learned in our 11th class or 12th class, and I have just applied it. So this is more of an educational project, not a startup product or anything. I want to open it. I'm still working on the phase. So I guess I would be releasing it in July or by the first week of July. And so the last question. So where should I learn all these things? Just give me a minute. So where should I learn these things? The web is a very large space where you can learn from any website on anything, and we have great communities. Socket.io has a great community. You can start learning from sockets, start understanding how two browsers can communicate, how two devices can communicate. Then you have WebRTC, as also said by Byron. You can see how powerful is WebRTC. You can start streaming videos with two different clients. So WebRTC can be used over there. Node.js, this is very simple. Everyone would be using this. And we have P5.js. I want to stress on this thing. It's an excellent community out in the open source where you can have this canvas drawn onto your web browser, and you can start interacting with it. It has an excellent community. You can start learning how you can do math, how you can do different kind of programming and all those things. Some math. This is very simple, like additions and subtractions, Cartesian, trigonometry, all those technical stuff, mathematical stuff. I think that's it. And if you want to contact me, or I guess not contact me, but if you want to see my more works on everything, you can go to CodePen. Just search for Akhil_001. You will be seeing all my contributions to CodePen and the different animations I have done. So I guess that's it. A simple demo. Yeah, that's it. Any questions?
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Akhil, for your wonderful demo. It's really cool to see how you can use your phone. We do not forget our phone, but we do forget our remote and everything. And also, using phone, it enables a lot of opportunities to use your existing devices in different ways. So that's really, really impressive, and I'm simply moved by this. So, couple of curiosity, some curiosity I have. So I will ask those questions with you. But before that, let me announce to the audience that you can same thing. You can ask the questions to Akhil. You can put it in the chat, and we will make sure that the question is answered. And also, you can connect with us live as well if you want to ask the questions right now. So Akhil, I have one question is like in all of this Node.js WebRTC, one thing that I'm very curious about is this device orientation. How do you move your hands? How do you enable this? And at what stage are we? What kind of accuracy do you see there? What kind of tools and technology you use there to control this orientation?
Okay, so here is the thing. See, we have smartphone. We have two modes for it, right? Portrait mode and landscape mode, right? So, did you ever wonder how phone would be understanding you are in the portrait mode or landscape mode? It would be using a gyro sensor. It has a gyro sensor embedded in it. So, it would be saying, okay, device has oriented till 5 degrees to the x-axis or 10 degrees to the y-axis or something, and it starts calculating. Okay, so this is a a little bit mathematical stuff where you would be calculating two different planes. You are on the Earth. Earth has a different rotation, and your smartphone has a different rotation, right? So you have to negate both the stuffs and start understanding what is the actual orientation of your device. So what technology I have used here is a simple web API, DOM API. We have device orientation API, which is really left out. Nobody uses it because they think it is useless. So I thought, why is it useless? It has an API. Let's start using it. So when you use this API, you will be getting the degrees of orientation regarding your smartphone. But also you have to calculate what's the orientation of your Earth. Let's say probably we are facing to the north side and your smartphone is facing to the west side, then orientation would be changed. So all this stuff you have to be using trigonometry. I cannot explain complete trigonometry over here, but yeah, you have to convert those things into the 2D thing. But I would be dropping an Medium article or blog post on this thing, how to do those. But as a synopsis of the complete answer to this question, I used device orientation web API and a mathematical thing where you convert 3D space into 2D using Cartesian this thing. And at last, a little bit of what socket IO. That's it for your question. Or did I miss any part of the question?
Got it. Perfectly answered. Awesome. That's very informative. I got to learn a couple of things from you. And apart from that, what were your challenges, major challenge in this project?
The first thing was I am very weak at Max. I do not understand how to change 3D and all those things. That was a major challenge because you would be getting X, Y, Z, both the three things from your API, and you have to convert it into the only X, Y, ignoring Z. But here is the thing: if you ignore the Z, then it's no use, right? You have to make sure that that Z coordinate is also projected onto your screen. So so that was a main challenge I had to learn again mathematics from the books of 8th class and 9th class and 10th class, to understand what exactly is going on and how go into the basics. So that was first challenge. Second challenge was regarding the socket IO, how it works, how to make sure that it is more performant. Even when you saw Byron's demo, he said that the main point he said that was to increase the performance of it. So performance increase is very low in socket IO, and we have to increase it for this thing. And yeah, that was a second challenge. And third challenge was it was not more of technical thing, but also but of non-technical, believing in your idea. So this is just a painting on your wall. Who would care on this thing, right? Who would care just connecting a smartphone to your screen, which has literally, I mean, if you see it, it is just an artistic thing, but not of any technical thing. But you have to believe in your idea to go through the complete process. This project has taken almost 2 weeks of complete my work time. So believing in your project was third challenge, where you have to have a sustained belief in your project and start going, completing the project till the end and displaying it to all the audience. So I think those are the three main challenges in the project.
Awesome. That's perfect. So one more question I have is about. So you have done this. What is the future? In future, let me break it down. Where do you see this project going? Where do you see this concept utilizing in different use cases? So these two-part questions I have.
Yeah, even I had these two questions. Where should I go with this project? Should I make it like when I introduced this? I mean, when I showed this video to my friends and some colleagues, they said, "Yeah, it's awesome. Why not commercialize it?" But I had a different idea. Why not open source it and make sure that the technology is available to everyone? Because what I learned is from the open sources. I started learning programming from open source communities. And if I do something on base of open source, it must be an open source instead of commercializing it. So I don't think it would be going towards the commercialization or anything. And so it would be an open source by July, I guess. I am still working on better programming and better orientation and everything. And second thing is what use cases. Actually, when I posted this thing onto a few websites on LinkedIn or somewhere, some other blogging sites, they said that it looks so satisfying and it might be helpful for those people who might, I mean, like kids and everything. So I started digging there. Probably why not have any human aspect for this product? Why only a monetary aspect? Why not have an humanitarian aspect for this? And started digging there, and I found that there is a not a I won't call it I don't call it as a disease or a syndrome, but it's an autism where children would be only interested in few things and will not be communicating as we communicate as kids. There is a thing called as autism. So I think probably I want to mold this product as a not this project as a tool for those kids with autism to communicate with the people, to draw things and everything. For example, what autism means is, an instance is, kids with autism, they don't directly communicate. They will be very silent and calm. They don't use normal ways of communication. They try to communicate with paintings or some drawings or probably some other things. So why not use this as a tool for those people? That's what is running as of now in my mind. And the second thing, if we want to go towards the monetary thing, I guess we can use it for the art installations in museums, probably in museums or in some other malls and everything. That's it for as of use cases. I guess I have answered your two-part question. Or did I miss anything?
Wow, awesome. That's a perfect answer, Akhil. So we have some technical glitch. Your video was not streamed properly for this last second part of the answer. So let us just fix that. We'll be back in 2 minutes. The answer was very interesting. So you can put it up in brief again so that audience can hear us.
So you want
Just
me to
give
repeat
us
this?
not now. I'll let you know. Just
Okay.
hold on for a moment.
Okay, sure.
Are we live? Okay. Check there. Okay. Akhil, I'm sorry, we had some technical glitch, so now we are live again. So as I can see, the audience missed the second part of the answer, which
Okay.
was what is the future scope in use cases, in terms of use cases, how this project can be utilized in different use cases. Can you talk about that specific part again?
So the use cases part, right? Hello, is that about the use cases, right?
Yes, right.
Ah. So see that use cases, I guess as of now, where I want to take this product towards is an humanitarian aspect more than of an monetary, monetary benefits for this project. What I see is that when I posted this on different blogging sites, people started commenting that this looks very satisfying, and it could be used as a drawing tool for kids and people with gifted people. So that's where I started thinking that why not use it for an humanitarian aspect where this can be used for curing few probably small mental challenges or not I want to call them as, but then I started digging there and started researching onto the autism. Autism is a different sorry okay different autism is a kind where children have a small problem where they cannot directly communicate with the people. They only concentrate on few things they are interested into, and they generally do not use normal ways of communication. So I think that I thought that why not use this as a tool or a medium for them to communicate with the people. or to start drawing to enhance their skills and everything. So I started digging into autism thing. I'm actually looking, researching on that thing. So that's an humanitarian aspect of the project, where I started using it for the, started seeing how it can be applied for those use cases. And second use case would be, what I am seeing is here now is we can use it for the art installations. Generally in India, we do not have that many art installations, digital art installations or something. But in all over the world, across the world, we have many digital art installations where people can see art in the computer screens. But the thing they miss out there is they cannot generally interact. Even if they want to interact, they should have some touch screen, touch screens, which are very big, and they might be too costly to afford. So I am thinking, why not use their own devices to interact with those things, with the art installations. So it might be useful in that use case. And second thing is, in advertisements that are displayed, the advertisements that are displayed in metro trains or anything, probably people can start using there. And even in the museums, where people are not allowed to touch the actual artifacts, but if you want to touch them, you can have a feel of touching them and how they interact with the touches. Then we can install huge screens where we have actual digital artifacts there, and people can start interacting with their devices. So this does not cause any harm to the actual artifacts in the museum, and also people can have this digitalized interaction with the museum artifacts. So those are the two use cases I am looking into. Probably if now through this video, if people can start suggesting use cases, I'm open for the suggestions and everything. That's it.
Right, awesome. So that is the purpose of this showcase, so that people can get to know about what innovators are doing, and they can collaborate. Because when we collaborate, we generate more ideas. We build upon the existing knowledge, and the basic idea behind this showcase was this only, that one innovation feeds another innovation. So I'm sure we have done a good job here. Thanks a lot for joining us. And thanks a lot for presenting your work here. I'm sure people got to learn something from you about technology and about your work. And I wish you all the best for the success of this when you launch in July. And to the audience, I would like to tell you that if you have more questions, if you want to collaborate with Akhil, you can reach us out. You can DM us, and we will connect you with him. Or you can reach him out directly. You know his name. You know his project, and to help you out in any way you want to make your project success. And thanks a lot, Akhil, once again. If you have any message for the audience, one last message, you can talk about it now.
I guess I don't think I have any message for audience, but yeah, for the people out there who are actually working on this stuff, Git commit show, it's really awesome. Kudos to all the guys who are behind this thing and who are actually doing this. This is a great work and awesome idea. I would love to be part of this community, and kudos to all of you, Parth, Pradeep, and everyone, Shreya, probably. So everyone, great work, guys. Thanks for the opportunity to me.
Thanks a lot for Akhil for joining us and your wonderful kind words.